Nancy Lutz, Artistic Director of the Three Rivers Ringers. Happy holidays.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here.
Oh, well, I'm delighted to be chatting with you. We're going to learn about bells today.
We are starting our 5th concert season. And for a brand new organization, the group is amazingly talented. Mm-hmm. And it started, interestingly, in a bar.
That's because it just strikes me as something that's so sophisticated, you know.
The Advanced Church Group at Mount Lebanon United Methodist, where I am also the handbell director, a group of us went to a neighboring bar after rehearsal a couple of times, talking about the need for a community handbell group in the greater Pittsburgh area. And over a couple of weeks, we got it organized, and that was in early March, April. We opened our first concert season in December very successfully.
So, do you perform throughout the year, or is it just kind of like a holidays?
We have two concert seasons. One in December, which features holiday music, the things that people associate with bells. The other is in the spring, depending on Easter, of course, whether it's March, April, May, usually April, May.
What do you look for in a handbell ringer?
People in the group tend to be good musicians to start with, and they come into the group with a pretty advanced skill set to begin with. We have them prepare one piece of very difficult music as a prepared audition piece. They are assigned 2 different positions at the table, and they come in prepared with that. And then we have them sight read a couple of things. And we also interview them and do some drills that make everybody terribly nervous, even the best ringers.
I would be nervous because you kind of have to ring it like you've got that one note, right?
That's right.
Because one bell does one note, and if you miss that one note, well, that's it, right?
Yeah, yes. We say better never than late.
Right. It's kind of pass fail. You know, there's no in between when it comes to this cruel, hard business of bell ringing. What is the history of handbells?
Back to the pub.
Yeah.
Yes. In England, all of the little community churches, little village churches, have bells hanging in their towers. And they ring those bells in a series, it's called a peal. And it's a mathematical equation of ringing the bells. It'll start from the top down to the bottom, depending on how many bells they have.
Sounds appealing to me.
Yes, it is very appealing. And then they mix it up. And learning those complicated patterns, some of which take many, many hours to complete, it's very complicated to learn them because it has to be memorized. There's no music.
Yeah.
They have to memorize it. The bells hang in the tower. Each bell has a rope, and there's a place on the tower on the rope where each ringer puts their hands, and they pull the bell down, and it rings one way, and they release it and it rings the other way. And to get that in order and to accomplish it smoothly is very complicated. So they ring their bells year round. Well, in the wintertime, it's very cold in those towers. So somebody said, well, if we put a bell on a handle, a little bell on a handle, we could learn our patterns sitting around the table drinking a pint or 2.
That was the key.
That was the key. And then, being creative musical people, they realized they could play a tune on those little bells.
So this is an example of a handbell right here.
Yes, and because these are very shiny, we wear gloves.
Okay, I'm going to do that too here.
The casting is made of bronze, which is an alloy of brass and tin. And as you see, it's very shiny.
Yeah.
It has a handle, it has a casting, and it has a clapper.
Okay.
And the clapper moving from side to side is what creates the sound.
That's beautiful. And then you kind of let it resonate.
Yes, or you can damp it. Want to try that?
I would love to try that. Now, do I put my hand through the stirrup here, or just?
No. And you let it drop right
okay,
down.
that's
in there.
the way to do it.
And
okay.
just a little bit of a spin.
Okay, yeah, you get one too. I'm gonna feel more comfortable if you've got one
and
too.
You move your. You're a natural.
Am I?
Yes.
Is there technique to this that I should be?
Lots of technique to it.
Kind of got to get that little flow of the wrist there, you know, not too much, not too little. That was a light one. That was gentle.
Yes.
That was, you know, I think an angel just got its wings.
Oh yeah.
So 1 note per bell.
1 note per bell.
And so then the ensemble. How many bells in an ensemble?
We play on we play on 7 octaves of bells. And that you think of octaves as being from C to C.
Yep.
Most people understand a piano keyboard. And they're the equivalent of the white and the black keys on the piano keyboard. And there's 7 octaves.
And 1 bell per ensemble member, or can you double fist it?
No, we have you hold 2 bells.
Okay. Now that's a whole new level of
yes. You can do
what?
2 bells in hand.
Really?
Or 3. I need a smaller bell for 3.
Here, do you want to use this? Is this a smaller one, or is that actually a bigger one?
Where's my baby bell?
Baby bell.
This is my baby bell.
Oh, is that the smallest one?
That's the smallest one made.
Wow.
Yes. Now let me see if I can do this.
All right, this is going to be a treat.
Okay. And then this goes in.
You are good.
Except I can't ring them very
well. Well, if you can't ring them, then what's the...
Well, you have to understand, I'm the director.
Okay. But no, you do have ensemble members that can do a 3-bell one-handed ring. Wow. So that's like, black belt of...
I can do 2.
Okay, so by twisting it like that, you're actually doing one at a time.
This one's ringing this way, this one's ringing this way. So
wow, that is...
turn my hand that way.
Yeah.
Call that the back bell, and this is the front bell. You can ring them together.
That's lovely. So you are pretty good. I didn't make you artistic director for nothing. So this is the littlest that they get. So this is one end of the spectrum. What's the other end of the spectrum? Oh, you're kidding. What? People lift this with their hand?
Well, big people do not.
Oh my gosh.
That's the big one.
Really? Yeah. That's like a gong.
Oh, we have an exciting program of holiday music coming up. Our concerts start December 6th and go through December 20th, and we're at various locations in the greater Pittsburgh area.
So plenty of opportunity to see and listen and applaud. And
from Washington, PA to Emlenton, PA.
Wow, well that is a range.
Sewickley and Mount Lebanon and
great.
White Oak. And the exciting thing this season is we're releasing our first CD.
That's big.
Yes, that is huge. And it's last Christmas's concert series.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I love Christmas albums. I have to assume that Carol of the Bells is in your repertoire.
Oh, yes.
I want to work my way up to that big, Quasimodo bell.
Yeah. I was a substitute ringer as a young adult in our teenage ensemble.
So would that be just like a ringer? You're a ringer that's a ringer.
I started out as a substitute ringer, not a ringer.
Wow.
This technique has a very unusual name. It's called martellato.
Oh, it sounds like something I'd order in an Italian restaurant.
The group sells T-shirts that says, "Who marted?" And of course, as the director, I wear anything I want.
There you go. See, now you're getting it.